There we go. So again, we're going to show you the 21 benefits that the Great Discovery has to offer, and you're just going to circle or just check mark whatever the ones that interest you, and then we'll go from there. Okay, there we go. So again, keep track of how many of these benefits interest you or grab your attention, and we'll count them up at the end.
Okay.
The question, have you ever eaten at an all-you-can-eat buffet?
Yes.
Okay, the rules are simple. Just put on your plate what you like, leave the rest behind. So all you got to do is just, again, all we're going to do is want you to concentrate on what interests you, and that's don't worry about the ones that don't. Now, if you like MLM, you're going to love this, but if you don't like it or even hate MLM, network marketing, you're going to love this new breakthrough concept. So number one, affiliates buy and or market your course or training in up to 200 countries. Would that interest you?
Yes.
All right, so just again, circle that or mark that. Number two, get your training translated in up to 100 languages. Actually, it's 147 languages now. And to me, I call this the field of favor. In other words, as long as I spoke in the US, I'm just one of many speakers. Once I spoke outside of the country, they treated me like I was a rock star. So I've been in 28 countries, and many of them I've been 15 to 20 times. So again, if that interests you, just circle that or make a notation, okay? All right, getting your training. Number three, what about leverage Six Sigma course to create ultimate success? Imagine you living your life without limits. And by the way, they also have this course that is designed for teenagers to help them to, again, imagine teenagers having their minds reconditioned to only think and create success. And also for children, they got this course for children. So this is the same course that many companies use, and now it's a course created for everyday individuals. If that interests you, then keep track of that one. Number four, what about incredible instantaneous two-way translation? And that's coming very soon. You can broadcast like I'm doing here at Zoom, but you can have 60 different languages, people hearing you, and they can hear you in their own language, almost like Acts chapter 2 in the Bible when they said, how hear we every man in our own tongue wherein we were born. So and somebody in Russian language, but they're hearing me in their language, although I'm speaking in English. And then at the end, I say, anybody got a question? And here's a lady in Swahili, ask her question in her language, but I hear it in English. I answer in English. She hears it in her own language. That's what's coming soon. If that interests you, then go ahead and make another notation. Number five, opportunity to promote your course to affiliates. In other words, you get to pitch your course, the benefits of your course, and even ask for sale. On Wednesday night, they usually have a time for us who are content creators to be able to do that. So if that interests you. Number six, what about the choice to either be a content creator, just a learner, just an earner, or an affiliate, or you can have any combination, right? So it's your freedom. If that interests you or grabs your attention, keep notation of that. Number seven, what about a course that teaches you how to create a successful course that sells like crazy? In other words, some of my pastor friends said, Doc, I got sermons, I got series, but I don't have any courses. Some of my speaker buddies and motivational speaker friends say, I got keynotes and addresses and speeches, but I don't have a course. So I went back to the company. They created a course, a guy who made millions teaching people how to create a successful course that sells. And so now this guy will show you how to take your book, your concept, your idea, whatever you have, and create a successful course. And then, of course, once you create the course, you get to upload it to the platform. If that interests you, make a notation. What about number eight? You get to give away free training from yourself or someone else and yet gain a lifetime customer, meaning that if they ever decide to buy anything because they came through you, you end up getting paid. So if that interests you, keep track of that. Hey, number nine, what about the co-CEOs, Tim Taylor? By the way, he helped launch about 1,000 companies, including, you may have heard of AOL, you may have heard of LinkedIn, and then his wife, Sandra Harry, she is actually one of 26 executive black belts in the Six Sigma, and she was the one that was married to Michael Harry, who came up with that. So we have just two powerful husband and wife CEOs that are working together and have great diverse backgrounds. Number 10, what about potential to earn up to $100,000 a week? And somebody says, well, I don't need that much. Okay, well, just saying what you can earn. I mean, if you want less than that, fine. But I'm saying it has that ability. And here's what's really crazy. Matching bonuses, you can make up to an extra 300,000 on top of what you're making. So if that interests you, keep track of that. Hey, number 11, what about connect with other like-minded leaders? So if you ever heard of a crab in a bucket mentality, one crab tries to get out, what happens to the other crabs? They do what? Pull you back
Pull
down,
them
right?
down.
Well,
Pull
here
them
we got the reverse crab. We're pushing. We're saying, "Hey, Stephanie, you're doing pretty good, but come on, you can do more." I mean, we got the reverse crab, and we're not pulling people down. We're pushing people out even further. So if that's something you like, again, number 12. What about get invited to speak on podcasts, summits, television, etc.? Like I said, I just did a television show last night. We got several people here that have their own podcasts, have their own summits, have their own TV shows. One gentleman owns his own network, a Holy Spirit Broadcasting Network, and he's actually signing up other networks. But there's so many powerful opportunities here. And so, for someone like me who's a speaker, if that interests you, fine. If not, it's okay. Remember, it's like a smorgasbord. Put on your plate what you like, leave the rest behind. Number 13, you get to go from being the best kept secret to the best secret that people can't keep. I don't know about you, but that really grabs me. Number 14, what about you get to join free as an affiliate? It's a $29 value. You get a 14-day free trial to what we call the Genius Club. And you can actually start selling the courses and making money, although you're just on the free trial offer. Number 15, what about this Genius Club? Once you get 3 people and you decide you're going to do that and you get 3 other people to sign up, now yours is free every month. And when you get more people to sign up with the Genius Club, you start getting paid. So not only do I decided, okay, Genius Club is a good thing, helps me get 10% off and all this, but let me get it free. And I was like, you know what? No, let me start getting paid to be part of the Genius Club. So anyway, that's what's available. Number 16, become a CLO. Now that stands for Chief Leveraging Officer. So you can be a CLO and embrace what most people are afraid of, which is AI technology. So instead of running from AI technology, we're going to embrace and leverage and use it to help what we do and further what we do. Number 17, amazing customer service and support. Matter of fact, the email support@thegreatdiscovery.com. They have an 800 number. And of course, you're on the Zooms also with Alex, where you get great support there as well. Number 18, you get to maximize, mobilize, and monetize your expertise. So, everybody has something that they're an expert at or something that they're good at. And the key is now you get to monetize it. In other words, you can get paid. Somebody will pay you to learn what you know in different areas, by the way. And then number 19, for people who are super busy, a set it and forget it system for content creators who are just super busy or super productive so they can create their content, upload their content, speak on the Wednesday night and be interviewed on the podcast and then go about their business. And then we affiliates, we are incentivized to buy, sell, and promote these courses. And so the people will still get paid. Number 20, what about a simple point and get paid systems? And that is all I do is I just point people to this platform. I point people to the different Zooms and the people hear the presentation. They call me and say, hey, that person said, get your link. I want to get started. I like that. So I just tell people, if you can point, you can get paid. And I think you probably can point. Number 21, success line collaboration concept. Now, competition is the way of the jungle. Number 2, cooperation is the way of civilization. But number 3, collaboration is the way of the kingdom. And the way of the kingdom creates the fastest lasting success. So again, if that interests you, circle that as well. Number 20, oh, excuse me. How many of these grab your attention so far? 0, 3, 5, 9,
How
14,
about
17,
21?
20, 21. All righty. Um, so here's what I want. So what I teach people is then you need to get back to the person who invited you and get started for your reasons. Now we just helped you discover, Stephanie, 21 reasons why you would be interested in the great discovery. Not something we're not so we're not like these high pressured quote unquote salespeople try to talk you into
Right.
something you don't want, can't afford. No. We're just helping you to go through a discovery process so that you can see these are things that we have that you want, because we want you to do things for your reasons and not for ours. So the question then remains, let me see here. How do I stop the sharing then? Okay, did it stop sharing? I think it did.
No, we never did share. I was always looking at you.
Are you serious that whole time? I,
Yeah.
Okay, so okay.
Was
Well,
it
you know
just
what? Let me
this?
show
It
you
was
something.
just
Let me just show you something here in case it would have shared.
okay.
Let me see. In case it would have shared.
Oh, okay.
Let me see here. Oh, now it's at, you know what? That's weird. So
Hmm.
now it's not let me do the individual thing. Huh. Slideshow. Oh, there it is. Okay, you see
Oh,
now?
now I see it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so I had a slide for each one of those. But anyway, but you got the chart, so it's just as good. Okay. So, so the last question I usually ask people is this: if I'm willing to dedicate part of my life to help you to be successful, would you fight against me, or would you say, no, Doc, yeah, I'd love to allow you to empower me to succeed with
I
this?
would say, yeah, I'd love
Exactly. So that's why, that's how people sign up. It's that simple.
that. Mhm.
So again, find out. So a lot of times people go hunting. Hunting is when you're chasing something, you want to shoot it. That's not what we want to do. We want to do like fishing. Fishing is, and I grew up a city boy, but they told me fishing, there's certain fish that respond to different bait. And so with fishing, you got to get the fish with the hook, but the fish is not going to go after a hook. So you got to put bait, something they want on it. And then when they grab it, you hook them. And so I just gave you 21 different hooks that you told me, hey, Dr. Breakthrough, if you want to hook me in the great discovery, here's how you do it. You just gave me 21
I
ways.
did.
You see, but we discovered that together. So what I do with my clients and my customers, and I teach people, we just do this in all of life. And this is how you help people. In with my met my wife, is I helped my wife too. I helped her discover some things. I was like, hey, I'm your guy. But anyway, but so the whole philosophy though, again, is what's in it for them. So all of this is getting to what we have that you might be interested in. And
Mhm.
when you let me know what you're interested in, now, for instance, if you told me, for instance, Stephanie, only three of those interest you, okay?
Mhm.
Of only three of those, then those are the only three things I would talk to you about. You see what I'm saying? See, I don't need you, you don't need a whole presentation. If only
Mhm.
three of those things interest you, those are only three things you need if you need a question or more explanation on, those are the only three things I would talk to you about. But see, the problem is people, they just want to do these presentations, they want to talk, and they can't figure out why they're not connecting. Well,
Mm.
I can only connect when you're interested, right?
Right, I see.
And so I got to find out what interests you. So I got
Mhm.
to ask a series of questions or find out. Now, once I find out, now I'm going for the juggler vein, right? Because now I'm like, hey, Stephanie, are you serious about what those 21 things that you said you wanted? Are you like curious? Are you serious? Right? And she's like, no, I'm serious, right? But when I add to it, hey, and if I'm willing to dedicate part of my life to your success, would you allow me to do so? And you're going to say, of course. Now, you can't just say that if you don't mean it, right? But that's what I live and that's what I do. So,
Mhm.
all righty. Any questions?
So this is you would do this instead of inviting them to a presentation?
No, 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 no. You can invite him to. Okay, so again, all this is all the same. It's pointing. Remember, I said if you can point, you can get paid, right? So I can point you to Alex. I can point you to like tonight. Somebody's going to be a content creator. They're doing a presentation. But if I meet you in person, I'm just like, hey, would you? I'm doing this survey because people don't mind taking surveys. Now they don't like tests, but they don't survey. Like I
Yeah.
work with this company, we're doing some incredible things. Could you just take a survey, just show which one of these would interest you, right? If they circle three, now I'm going to have a conversation with you about the three or the five that you to see if now you're interested in. You see what I'm saying? So what am I? I'm pointing to what interests you. So pointing is to different things. So yeah, put them to the thing. But if I get a chance to talk to you personally, I'm going to do this, show this, walk you through this. And by the way, that chart also, those are 21 talking points, like when I did the television show or when I do it. So sometimes I'll text people a few of those in a question form. Hey, would it interest you? And I'll give them two or three or four of them, yeah, this one, or whatever. So, but if I get a chance to talk to somebody, I just have them fill out that form. Or when I do a presentation, I'll put the form in the chat. They can download it and print it out. So while I'm doing the presentation, they can, because here's the thing I noticed too, when you have a presentation, and this is a totally different topic, but people, if they were just watching a presentation, it's one thing. when they're engaging in the presentation. So I'm getting you to engage by circling, but I'm getting you to engage by asking questions too, right? Like I'll say, hey, Stephanie, so is this, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
so, and so, and so if I was doing this without the paper, I would have you talk back to me and say, okay, Stephanie, which one of these interests you? The first one, okay, well, so tell me what that was again. Well, I'd like to get my content, have other affiliates sell my content in up to 200 countries. Okay. Because again, a lot of times people don't, what I say is one thing, what they say is another thing. So I want to get them to say what they're interested in or get them to affirm. And again, sometimes people, what you have is good, but they don't know it's good for them until you help them discover it. That's true selling, is when I'd help you discover. And that's why I say this is called the great discovery. So let's do a discovery
Right.
process. So one-on-one, this is how I do it, people. Or if I do a presentation, this is
Mhm.
how I do my presentation. So I either point people to
Okay.
my presentation, point them to this paper, point them to Alex, point them to the night. It's all based on, again, some people's availability. Some people aren't available tonight during the presentation.
Sure.
Some people are already at work while Alex is doing the presentation, right? But sometimes on Facebook, somebody responds to something, and I'm like, hey, by the way, I work at this company. Can I share something with you? Do you have a few moments to jump on the Zoom? They're like, sure. And I'm like, hey, look, can I send this to you? So does that help you to understand there?
Yeah, it really does.
Okay.
So when you do the presentation, you go through these 21 things and that becomes your presentation. Is that it?
Yes, that's my
So you don't
presentation.
roll a video like
No.
Alex does.
Well, okay, so let me take it back. I do play my demo video, like usually when I get to the place, but I knew you already saw the demo, right? But if you're brand new,
No, I haven't. Your demo? No.
well, I'm saying a demo of the technology with the
Oh, the
AI.
technology. Yeah, yeah, I got that. Yeah.
Right, right, right. So hold on one second. Uh-oh. Hey, Ali, hey, I'm just finishing a quick little Zoom. I'll be done in like 3 minutes. Will you be available? Can I call you back? Okay, buddy. All right. Okay, so by
So
the way,
let me ask you this.
yeah, that's the guy
Before
who
you go
introduced
into,
me.
I'm sorry, say that again.
That's the guy who introduced me to the Great Discovery. But go ahead.
Oh, wow. Okay. I know you're short on time. So I'm not at the point where I'm ready to like give a presentation. So I want to ask you something else that's really relevant right now for me.
Sure.
And that is when I mentioned yesterday about topics that I could write about or courses that I could create. I have a lot of different things. I mentioned helicopter mom to you.
Yeah.
There
So
are like four or
so remember,
five
you get to
things that
do
I'm really.
you get unlimited upload of courses forever.
But so do I spend my time writing courses or pulling people in the business?
Both.
Okay.
Both. What? it- So
And
so
I'm just pointing them to Alex. All I'm doing. That's my way I'm doing it is I'm just inviting them to the meeting.
exactly right. If you get them, and if you have a minister of the gospel that you're connected to, you're like, hey, there's this evangelist that can I get you on a call with him? And
Okay,
we can do a quick call or something, right?
great.
Um,
Thank you that you're open to that. So I would just send you a text and see if you're available, right?
exactly.
And
Yes.
then we could hop on.
Yeah,
Okay.
and again, if they have at least watched a little something that helps them. Did you get your demo reel done yet?
I don't
Okay, so
know
when you
what I don't even
join,
know what that
did you,
is.
did you join with the Pro Pack?
Yeah.
Okay, so the demo reel is the little reel that Alex plays with the lady speaking different languages.
Yeah, yeah.
So you get to create your own demo reel with
Oh,
you
okay.
speaking those different languages.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah.
How?
So it in your backup. So did Alex sign you up or who signed you up?
How? Debbie. I
Okay.
responded to Debbie. Mhm.
Yeah, so get with Debbie, and if not Debbie, then Alex, but they'll help you. And it's right in your back office. So
Mhm.
you just do something that's about 35 to 40 seconds.
Okay.
And, like, hey, this is Stephanie King-Mattingly. I spent 35 years on television, and now I really love empowering people with their mental health. The reason I connected with the Great Discovery is going to help me get my message to more people. Matter of fact, in up to 200 countries, the affiliate's going to help market my content. And they leverage this AI translation where I speak different languages with perfect lip sync. As a matter of fact, here's an illustration. Watch this. And then stop, and then they start doing it. Boom.
Sounds great.
They call me one take wonder. Okay.
So send me the link to this recording, please.
Okay. Already.
All right.
All
Thanks so
righty.
much. I appreciate you.
Yeah, and remember these different ones, these 21, that's why I said print up a couple of them.
Okay.
Those are like talking points that also
Yeah.
that you can use, right? So here's what I've done though, when I do enough surveys, I see a pattern of like these are the top 7 that everybody circles. And so now I know if I just do a presentation just on those 7, I'm going to hit you about 9 times out of 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, but that's just and again, that's kind of a little advanced thing, but it's fine. So
Okay.
okay,
You're
so
so
you see what I'm
kind of
saying?
you.
So now, by the way, if you were one of the ones on my team and I saw you getting discouraged, I'd say, hey, Stephanie, you still want those 21 things that you said you remember when we did the discovery? You know what I'm saying? This is why I need to know this information also. I need to know what pushes your buttons
Mhm.
because sometimes so leaders, we know how to push our buttons and we have to know how to push other people's buttons. Most people don't even know how to push, they don't even know what excites them, they don't even know what. So I was like, you got to learn to figure that out, and then when you figure it out, you got to do that.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all righty.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you too. All right, God bless you.
Okay, you too.
Okay, make sure I think you sent me your email, but if not, make sure.
I'm not sure, but I'll do it now.
Okay, all right.
All right. All right.
Blessings.
Bye.